Yeah, you already know what it is. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Welcome back to another episode of One Time for the Fan. I am your host. Oh, why they got QO up here? Let me change this. Jack Spade.
Dang, you changed your name, dog.
Oh, they are tripping. They are tripping tonight.
He
Not
is your
QO.
host, QO.
I am your host, Jack Spade, with the greatest co-host in the world, Bodie 3000.
Yo.
Bodie, what's up, man?
I can't call it, man. Just another day and being a Falcon fan, man. It's a good day.
It's another day being a Falcon fan. Oh, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here. Every time I change it from the video, it keeps adding the name. So, all right, we're just going to keep it as that. I ain't going to trip. We'll post it up there shortly. But yeah, man, you good?
Good, dog, man.
Blessed.
Yep.
A lot's been going on since we last talked on Wednesday. Whole lot. And we're definitely going to get to that tonight on One Time for the Fan.
Let's just say we got some exclusives.
That's some exclusive content. Like how you said, that exclusive content. Boston and Golden State's about to tip off.
Yep.
What you thinking about over there with Boston and Golden State? I know we're gonna talk about the Falcons shortly. CeeLo Green singing the national anthem. Shout out to CeeLo, man.
Oh yeah,
repping the A. Boston came away with a comeback win the other night. That was crazy.
They took it. That was
great. Who you got winning this series? I know Dad said Golden State in 6. So, who you got winning this series, man?
I think it's gonna go the whole stretch. I think it's gonna go 7, but I think it'll be Golden State in 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking Golden State too. I mean, tough loss game 1, but they're gonna bounce back tonight. Definitely get a win here.
They dropped the bag. They fumbled it bad.
They fumbled it bad, pretty bad. Now if they lose tonight, it's a big time fumble.
Hey, if they lose tonight,
it's tough.
I'll change my pick.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough.
To talk about me all y'all want.
Yeah. Going back to Boston, down 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, you said game 7, so it might even have to stretch it out this season with the Golden State Warriors.
Boston they won more home games than away. I mean, away games. They won more away games than home games. So that's something. They probably end up losing.
Yeah. OTAs was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
As we get ready to start talking about some Atlanta Falcons football. Something that we always like to talk about here on One Time for the Fan. And of course, if you're tuning in and you like to talk about the Falcons, then welcome to One Time for the Fan, because that's what we do here on the show. How did you enjoy the OTAs?
Y'all, I just want to say real quick, subscribe to the page, man.
Oh yeah, subscribe to the page, definitely. One Time for the Fan on YouTube, One Time for the Fan on Twitter, One Time for the Fan on Facebook. Get them subscribers up. Come on, y'all, subscribe to the page.
Yeah, man.
But buddy, man, Friday OTAs. It felt like a little bit like game day experience, man. I had my outfit ready the night before.
Oh man,
woke up and had a couple drinks.
The first day of school,
the first day of school. It was crazy, man. How did you enjoy OTAs at the Benz on Friday?
I'm be real with you. I know, I call myself a little diehard, but that was my first experience like that when it came to the team. I'm from Columbus, Georgia, so I've been up here maybe 5-6 years now, something like that. So I haven't been able to experience it. I've been to a game here and there. So, but the OTA experience and then actually the players talking to the players, man, that's different. It's just different, and it felt good. I like it.
Did it get you more like excited for the season, seeing how it's like the open practice is kind of like the welcome back for some of the fans because it wasn't a packed stadium. So having that close, special type of access to see these new players and see, the returning players was actually pretty cool to see. But are you more excited for the season now after seeing I know it's practice, but are you more excited for the season now? Like, can you wait for the fall? Like, are you ready for the fall to start tomorrow?
Bro, I'm ready for all these questions to be answered. I'm just ready to see some good football. I'm ready to see these players grow together. I'm ready to see my team play, man. This is my team, man. It's, get no better than that. You know what I'm
saying? Falcons had a nice little OTAs on Friday, and we're going to discuss that here on One Time for the Fans. So just a couple things of what you noticed about the stadium, the vibe. Give me your thoughts on what you saw entering the stadium. I know you showed up like around what 1:15 or so.
About one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, had to run from a day job and run down there.
Okay. Practice hadn't started yet. So what did you see when you got to the stadium? Did you get the vibe of like, I know it was a small event, but people wearing their Falcon uniforms, and you had the cheerleaders out there and all the entertainment they're trying to provide. What did you see?
I got the vibe of it was a semi-game day vibe. All the fans I saw, a lot of them were informative. They were telling us about, they were breaking down the team with us. When we were talking, me and you, we were talking to folks, and they was breaking down the team. And these are fans like that was there, and it was good sharing that with them. And going back, feeding back about the team. It was the atmosphere was good because it was a lot of excitement. Just seeing, it wasn't nothing big. We ain't nobody hitting nothing. It ain't a game, but it was straight. I like it. I like the atmosphere.
Yeah, it was nice. Shout out to my homeboy Coy. When we pulled up to the Benz, he was over there waiting for me, so I got a chance to hang with him. Dez was down there. I don't know if Dez is gonna be in the stream tonight, but Dez was there with me. Pulled up to the Benz. It's kind of quiet. It looked like nothing was getting ready to happen. I mean, I didn't see too many people.
That you would know because you be there.
I was there early, so I didn't see too many people. I didn't know what to expect. And then my friend Coy telling me that it might not even be a full practice day. It might be something, pretty light today. We're just showing off the jerseys and so forth. But I didn't kind of expect that. I was hoping for more of, some type of OTA type of vibe. I know that the pads wasn't on yet. So I was expecting some type of practice type of vibe. And we got that. And we're definitely going to talk about it. Shout out to Chase in the chat. Chase is here. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Everybody who's viewing on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever it is, you're going to be viewing these One Time for the Fan videos. But it was a great experience to see, some of the fans down there. Ran into a lot of Falcon fans that I knew from previous seasons and met some new Falcon fans too as well that we talked to about the podcast and about some other things about the Falcons related content. Soon as I enter the stadium, we're walking down the hallway, coming by gate 1. First person I meet from the Falcons organization, Terry Fontenot.
Good old Terry.
Me and Dez walking down the hallway, going right past where the Falcons locker room was. Terry Fontenot comes right out the hallway. Coming like he's coming off the field. So we meet up same time, and did have a couple drinks earlier. I treat it like game day. Because anytime the Falcons do anything, it's like that vibe. Whenever I can go out there and put on my Falcons, clothes and hat and everything, and go out there and celebrate the Falcons. I treat it like game day. But talk to Terry. Terry's excited. I've been a Falcon fan a long time, and I can say that I have never met Thomas Dimitroff. Never. And he's been here for a while too as well. So it's kind of weird how I've met Terry about 2 or 3 times now. And he's, as you can see from the Falcons event Friday, he's a man for the fans.
Bro, I was going to say the same thing because like Terry be out here. Like he be out there, like he was out there, he was engaging, he was talking, like he said, he spoke to you and everything. Terry seemed different. I don't know Dimitroff. I don't want to speak on him, but yeah, Terry seems like he's a fan for the people.
It felt like I can talk football with anybody from the Falcons organization all day. And we felt those vibes when we spoke to some of the people. We spoke to Dave Archer.
Yeah.
We spoke to Terry. We spoke to Quadri Allison. We spoke to Dean Pease. We spoke to who else? I mean, am I missing Seth Vernon, the punter.
Yeah.
Remember I was joking with him. I said, "Can you punt end zone for end zone?" He was like, "With the wind is blowing that day." I said, "Well, we in the bins and the roof might be closed, so fans caught a little laugh with that one." Who else we talked to?
We talked a little bit to Evans.
Rashard
Evans.
Rashard. What's the wide receiver name? Ozzy.
Oh yeah.
We talked to Ozzy. Duane. What's the linebacker's name? The one that came from Cal, the rookie, Dang. We talked to him.
All this on video, y'all. Too.
Oh yeah. We're gonna upload this to the YouTube page. I can't play all the videos tonight, but we got some fun up in here tonight. Recapping the Falcons OTAs. Let's go already to the beginning. What did you notice on the field? Like, what was the vibe like? I mean, you saw the running backs over here, you saw the linemen over here, you saw the quarterback group over here, which was only two quarterbacks. It was only Ritter and Mariota working with the wide receivers. But what was the vibe like for you when you saw the field? What was going on in your mind?
Man, I mean, everybody was upbeat. Everybody, from all the players, it looked like they were happy to be there. They looked working hard, and they was amped, like almost like it was a game. Like they was out there amped looking. They was jumping around. They was happy. You know what I'm saying? All of them they had black helmets. I think I don't know if you pointed that out, right? Somebody, I think it was Dez who pointed it out. It's like, yeah, everybody got them black helmets. Ain't no logos on them things yet because they ain't ready. I'm like, yeah, I just noticed that. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, it felt good. Felt good.
The music, the vibe. They tried to get Falcon fans in that spirit. Then they went 7-on-7. Then they went kind of 11-on-11 with just like basic drills, lineman drills,
like hand drills, right?
Hand drills, small things that they didn't want to. Ritter rolling out the pocket on play action type things, basic stuff, but not throwing the ball, just showing how the play is ran.
Yeah, they ran real light, but they did a couple things. They ran some plays.
They ran some plays.
They ran some plays.
They ran some plays. Hey, not the plays that you might not see in the regular season. I mean, because most NFL teams have similar style playbooks. So you might see a trips right, 3 wide receiver set. You might see the same single back twin set. You might see that. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. But the Falcons came out there pretty light at OTAs. But some of the stuff that we saw made you think if they could execute this on the field, starting in the season, when the season starts, we're looking at a whole new Falcons offense.
Oh, yeah.
And defense. I think the offense, even though it was OTAs, the plays that they were running, soft plays, basic plays, pillow plays, they had some chemistry going on out there. I seen the mesh plays where they're doing the pick routes. One play they had Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Brian Edwards spread out to the right.
Yep.
Other side, it would have been Cordero Patterson, but on that time, it was probably Tyler Ejiri. But the play that they ran opened up separation for Drake London and Pitts. I know it's just basic drills.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking of what they can do to most defenses that's not prepared for what they can do. So what's your thoughts on some of the things that you saw from the Falcons at a Falcons OTA on Friday? Because they did run some pretty decent normal plays.
Now I looked at what they ran, and we're gonna I'll say look out for Bird, Demir Bird. I think they like him, and they really gonna use him out there to open up them big bodies out there and have a little scat dude just running out there. They gonna open it up for him. He caught a couple passes, and fast dude. I think one play he even showed off his speed. I was like, oof. But yeah, I mean, they gave us a little sprinkle. They ain't gonna, of course, I ain't gonna put it all out there, but yeah, a little sprinkle. Now I'm with that. That it was oof. It made me excited. The possibilities, it's just endless.
I mean, last season, a lot of the problems that we had was separation with the wide receivers.
Yeah,
getting off the line of scrimmage.
You better not press these boys.
It's very difficult to press these receivers. Even looking at some of the sets that they were running out there, they're going to open up some separation between somebody. Somebody's going to be open. I guarantee you, Arthur Smith. Every play is not going to be great. You understand? Yeah. I'm not going to sit out here and say, "Oh my God, we're just going to score 100 points." No. Every play is not going to be great. But the plays that we need to execute, or the plays that we needed to execute last season that we couldn't, this year we can open up those opportunities with a mobile quarterback, a quarterback with some wide receivers who can stretch the field. Drake London was looking like exactly what Carlo Jimenez said to us when we spoke to Carlo from Pac-12 Network a couple weeks ago. It says he got out there on Friday and he just looks like a franchise wide receiver. And then you put him in the group when Tate came on the field. So now you got 6'5" Drake London. Remember, Tate came over to the bench over there by us, was joking with him. Yeah. And then he gets off the bike, goes onto the field. He's 6'4". And then you had Kyle Pitts come over there, 6'5", 6'6". Like you actually seen it on the field when they ran some of those plays. And they were running about 65, 70%. They wasn't giving it their all. It's just soft. That's a basic day. But when you seen those plays, some of those mesh plays and some of those checkdowns, some of the things that they were doing, it looked like a brand new Falcons team. And I'm excited to see what the Falcons can bring. Bodie?
I was just saying, it's different. Just different. Like we don't know what they expect. And we expect good, as Falcons fans, we expect good things. It's just the possibilities are endless. We don't know anybody can step up. We got a lot of people hungry to just prove themselves as players. Like it's really a good. It's just gonna be surprising. It's gonna be some players that just step up and you'll be like, man, he came out of nowhere. And
so excited. Speaking about that, I mean, you said players gonna be able to step up.
Yeah.
We saw the same dynamic play that keeps getting shared around social media with Brian Edwards. He was right there on that sideline, close to where we were. It looked like a 25, close to 30-yard pass, back shoulder throw. Brian Edwards turned around, called it, grabbed it. Fans were excited about it. But he came over from Oakland. I spoke to a lot of Oakland fans, and they're very upset that Brian Edwards is gone, and he's coming over to the Falcons. And he could be. I didn't say he will be. He could be the Falcons' number 2 wide receiver. Seeing how you're looking at the wide receiver group, you want to be physical. Same Quinn motto, but with a different regime. The physical, fast, all that stuff. You can get that with Drake London. Drake London is your 1.
Word.
You got to get the number 2. And when you looked at the wide receiver group when we was out there, I think we counted 12 or 13 receivers.
Yes.
We counted 8 running backs, and Patterson wasn't there.
Yeah.
But we counted about 7, 8 running backs.
Yeah.
So whatever is going on in Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot's head, they definitely have something planned that we don't know yet, Falcons fans. But when September the 11th comes, we play the Saints and we beat the Saints, then Falcon fans will, hopefully be a little bit excited week 1 of the season. But Brian Edwards, I think, could be the wide receiver 2 here for the Falcons. His speed, his play, his route running ability. He's 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", 6'3". So he's another big physical wide receiver that can definitely help out with some separation. But don't forget, the Falcons going to be running a lot of 3-4 wide receiver sets.
Yes.
So it's not like Brian Edwards is like your big number wide receiver 2, because anybody can fill that role. But when it comes to the depth chart, we're not going to break down the depth chart yet. But when they do drop to 53, I think Brian Edwards is possibly year 2. 3, 4, 5, Zacchaeus, Allison. We saw Bird. They have some opportunities to. I don't know who's going to fill that 3, 4, 5 role. Frank Darby, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
But I think Bryan Edwards possibly has a shot to be wide receiver 2. Bodie, your thoughts on Bryan Edwards?
Well, when we wound the tape was when we made that trade like 3 weeks ago or whatnot. Mm-hmm. I instantly said he was wide receiver 2 because of the talent level. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to be a first round draft pick that year. I think an injury stopped him or whatnot, and he slipped to the second, if I'm not mistaken. He had the talent. Him and Debo played on the same team together. I'm talking about Debo Samuel. And Debo went out first, and then he went the next season. And they was dynamic. But it ain't Debo with all the records at South Carolina. It's this guy, Bryan Edwards.
Yeah.
This guy is the most prolific South Carolina Gamecock wide receiver in history. This guy. So you know the talent's there.
Some high expectations for him this season.
Absolutely. You don't know how excited I was that Terry, and we was there. Terry was like, yeah, we're going to keep scouring rosters. Mm-hmm. He scoured that roster, and he said, okay, look, Edwards look a little out of place. He probably gave him a call. Was like, yo, what's up with Edwards? Mm-hmm. And then it was like, man, we got some pieces. Sure, give us a fifth. Mm-hmm. He said, bet. That's a steal.
Easy steal.
Easy. Oof. Man,
you improved your wide receiver group.
He got an eye for talent.
You improved your wide receiver group from last season. But even speaking on Terry, which we'll talk about him a little bit later, from the moment I met him when he came to the stadium, I noticed that he was all about business.
Yes.
And all about improving this roster and getting better. He's flipped the cap. He's flipped it on us. He's sent us into more of a better position, even next year when we have $130-something million to spend. Right now next year's one time for the fan show is a whole lot different than this season's. I guarantee you that. Everybody who's going to be tuning in, everybody who's going to be watching this, wherever you're going to be watching,
like a free agency special. I know, and it's going to be great.
I'd love to do a free agency special because we know Terry, like you just said, he's going to look to improve the roster. Best player available doesn't just sit with the draft.
Yeah.
It could mean free agency.
Yeah.
It could mean a certain position in free agency.
Yeah.
He's also said that he wants to increase in the trenches. Mm-hmm. And we've seen what Terry's done. When he scouted Oakland's roster to find Bryan Edwards, most Falcon fans didn't know about Bryan Edwards, but Raiders fans did. The AFC knew about Bryan Edwards.
I knew
Georgia players knew about Bryan Edwards. SEC college football fans knew about Bryan Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
So here's an opportunity for Bryan to win that number 2 job.
Almost like another draft pick. Bryan Edwards is almost like a draft pick.
Technically, he is.
He's only 23.
And don't forget about Cameron Batson, too. If he's healthy, like you said last week, he is the fastest receiver on the team.
Yes.
He ran a 4.32.
Yes.
It's pretty fast for a wide receiver. Yeah. The injury kind of slowed him down a little bit. But if he has the opportunity to step up and make this roster, who knows what the Falcons are going to do? If it's going to be 5 wide receivers, if it's going to be 6 wide receivers. Mm-hmm. We don't know yet, but Bryan Edwards, it's a very big chance that Bryan Edwards can win the number 2 job.
Yeah.
Something else that we saw at OTAs. Mm-hmm. Felipe Franks.
Yeah.
When you notice the Falcons at OTAs, you notice that there was only 2 quarterbacks. There was Ritter and there was Mariota. Franks was with the tight end group.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is the ultimate change for Felipe Franks because he knows the situation going on with quarterback. It did say that he's somebody who could be used, like a Taysom Hill, I guess. You know what I mean? So he has those type of ability, those type of traits.
They said they were going to let him try different positions, not just tight end.
Yep. When that 53 comes out, we're going to find out. Because looking at the tight end group, Frisker, Kyle Pitts, John Fitzpatrick, we saw him. Mm-hmm. It says 6'7", but he looks like he's about 6'11". Looks like he's about 7'3".
The big dude.
Yeah. He was on the bike. He was riding the bike right in front of us, and I was saying, no way the Falcons are going to get down to the red zone and just keep this guy on the bench.
Yeah.
You have to bring this guy in. He's a sleeper.
Oh yeah, and I did my research. He is the best run blocker at tight end. He is the best that we have. He's better than Pitts. We know Pitts isn't the best run blocker, but he's capable. He's better than Frisker. He's the best. He's the best run blocker. So he's going to be on the field this season.
Of course, with him being on the field, I hope he's able to help the Falcons offense move the chains, stretch the ball down the field, and of course get into the red zone and score some points. Because that's definitely big for what the Falcons need to be doing this season. Some of the things, what else did you see on the field with the Falcons wide receiver group? Any other player that stood out? Anybody who you saw and said, man, this guy's definitely going to have a good season? We saw Damian Williams. We saw Tyler Ajiri. What other looks, what are the things that you saw at the MBS on Friday?
I'm most intrigued by the running backs. I'm seeing which one of them guys going to step up. I mean, we know what we got in Damian Williams. We know he's solid. I think he'll make the roster. Tyler, we got he's the most upside. He's going to, I'm hoping he come out and be RB1 or whatnot. I know we got Cordero and whatnot.
Patterson, yeah.
Hopefully, Tyler just takes a hold of that RB1 and he be that back we hand it off to. I know we're going to have a committee, but I hope he is that guy. I'm just really intrigued by these running backs. Quadri, he's got a chance, I know he was drafted by the old regime, but like he said in the interview, when you ask him some questions, that everybody gets a chance. So I hope he shows out this year. I'm intrigued. One of these guys needs to step up and get a ball to him, and we can rely on them.
It's a big opportunity for a lot of players to step up this season.
Oh yeah, all over the team, but especially running backs, because this starts with the running game. If the running game is solid, those receivers going to eat. They're going to eat.
So when you speak about the running game being solid, we haven't even broke down the position groups yet because we're waiting for that final 53 to be released. So we can definitely break down the groups and see what's going on there. You have a player like Cordell Patterson in your running back room who's going to be your flex. He's going to be all over the field. It's going to be everywhere. Then you're going to have your true running back behind you. It could be Damian Williams. Could be your Tyler Ajiri. Why the switch from Avery Williams to running back? We don't know. Of course, he'll probably be the special teams guy at kick return and punt return.
Yeah.
So that's easy to fill him on the depth chart.
Yeah.
But there's going to be another running back who's going to get the opportunity. Tyler Ajiri. He looks like the type of running back who just wakes up and just eats touchdowns. You've seen that in college. You've seen that every time he pretty much got the ball. It was very difficult to bring him down. Of course, he went to BYU. Wasn't the biggest school out there in college football.
Yeah.
But what he did for BYU was impressive. And what he can do for the Falcons is something that I'm going to be watching this season. So got some high hopes for Tyler Ajiri this season.
Yeah, very productive college running back. Very.
So talking to Terry, right? I let him know that we trust what he's doing this season. We trust what he's been doing since he got here. And pretty much we're ready to start winning some games and flip this team around. Terry's the type of person.
Go ahead. You also let him know that you could join the team and play. So
that time right there, that was the second time. It's on the YouTube page. I posted the video on the YouTube page. It's very difficult with the audio in the background because the stadium I thought they was going to do was just put one speaker and then have Terry just talk so that way the whole room can hear and not the entire stadium. That chunk was bouncing off the stadium, and then they had the other guy on the field. It was all over the place. So, next time I hope the stadium does it differently. But when I talked to him in the hallway, I let him know about, us being big time Falcon fans. And, we know what you're doing with the team is pretty much a good job right now. I mean, what he's done. I mean, the Matt Ryan situation, flipping the cap, Grady Jarrett. I didn't get deep down into players and contracts and all that stuff. I just let him know as a fan that he's just doing a great job.
Yeah.
Of course, speaking to me as well, let him know the games that we go to and how much we're big fans and so forth. Mm-hmm. So it was cool to speak to Terry right there in that situation, and we talked for about a good 2 or 3 minutes walking down that hallway. So that was pretty cool. And then inside the Mercedes-Benz Club, he had an interview with Dave Archer, where Dave was talking about some of the things to expect for the upcoming season. And Terry spoke about a hostile environment for the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He wants the fans to get riled up this season. He wants the fans to be entertained and excited about this new brand of football that they're putting out there. Rather than looking at just the 1-year deals and players coming in here trying to get a contract, and some fans will say the rejects. These players are not rejects. You understand? No. They play in the NFL for a reason. There's an opportunity for them to make the Falcons squad going forward in the future. Some of these deals are because of the cap room for next year. We know that people are going to get some good contracts, and we're going to see some future Falcons here. But Terry spoke about the hostile environment. He spoke about the best player available when he spoke about the trenches. And I'm guessing the Falcons will be signing some type of veteran offensive lineman, some type of veteran defensive pass rusher.
Yeah.
To improve this team. Hell, you might get 2 players. You got $13 million. You can spend a little. You can spend a little check. You ain't broke, and you don't have to pay nobody. You don't have to pay nobody coming up. I mean, AJ Terrell I think is going to be your next biggest situation. I don't know if you're going to restructure Dion or whatever. Richie Grant might get a contract if he balls out this season. I mean, we want a safety franchise for the future. But some of the things that you heard Terry say, what do you think Terry's trying to show the fans this season, Bodie?
I think Terry's just trying to assure the fans that, especially him, he's doing everything in his power to build a contender, not just rebuild, he is building a contender right now from face value. Like he's trying to do that. He's trying to get us where we need to be. I mean, basically, trying to get us excited, and trying to have us looking forward to things, and you just gotta, as fans, we like that reassurance, man. I don't know. I don't want to keep speaking on old regimes.
Good, bring it up now. We got time. This is what this platform is for.
But
get it out.
Old regimes that we had, just didn't. I didn't feel that reassurance. I mean, he had Dimitrov had his style or whatnot. I didn't necessarily agree with it. I don't even think it was like best player available, because the way he drafted and all that stuff, he brought in like college captains and just different. He drafted leaders on their football team. They might not necessarily been the best players, but they were like leaders. And then that was the thing. That was Dimitrov's thing. He was
most of those leaders are gone, man.
Yeah, all those leaders gone because
Grady's still there. Jake is still there.
He had a couple. You can't keep missing. So he had a couple. But all those leaders are gone.
Yeah.
But it's just I feel a dedication. I feel the GM got something to prove, at least to us. I mean, his resume is, we know what he did. We know what he can do. Solid resume. Head coach, he just got something to prove, and we know he's in it for like everything. He's in it for football. Like I keep saying it. There's one thing about Arthur, our coach, is that he's just he's in it for the game, because he could easily went to work at FedEx in the front office. Yeah, easily.
But coach is prepared to get this season underway. And let's not get too hyped over some of the videos that we see because we want to see them on the field coming up in the fall.
Yeah.
It's all about what happens week 1 against the Saints. And we can't wait for that to happen because it's an opportunity for Falcon fans to really see this new regime of the Atlanta Falcons. And it was actually pretty cool that the Falcons did this event. Falcons can host this event 5-6 days a week. I'd try to make it at least 3 or 4 days. That was pretty cool.
It was cool.
What the Falcons did.
Yeah.
So before we get to the Coach P's video and the Quadri video, a tweet came across my Twitter feed the other day. Shout out to Trey Daniel.
Oh, that's my sister.
Oh, that's your sister. Oh, that's what's up.
What's up, sis?
Hey, there you go, Bodie. Falcons Prime Year on Twitter had posted something.
Yeah.
He posted the best player, kind of like a poll type of question. He posted best player. He posted worst player.
Yeah.
He posted slept on. Posted breakout player, and most excited to watch player. And what he had was, and shout out to Prime Year on Twitter. That's where I found it from.
Okay.
Best player he has AJ Terrell. Right, for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Worst player he had. And for me, I'm not going to say the worst player. I'm just going to say player that needs to improve. I hope we don't get no worst players out here. We need players that's ready to compete, ready to win some damn games out here.
I go talk about worst player. I ain't in the NFL, so yeah.
If you ain't in the NFL to be the worst player, I hope not.
I know, right?
But yeah, everybody's gonna throw out names of who could be the worst player. I'm just gonna say player that needs to improve.
Yeah.
But the worst starter he has is Jalen Mayfield, and we spoke to Mayfield.
We did.
Was that a tough question I asked Mayfield? I kind of let him know that last season was pretty rough.
You let him know. He know exactly what you was talking about when you said, it's a rookie. You're tough out there.
You're a rookie.
When you said that, he knew what the hell you talking about.
I mean, I'm definitely not trying to be rude in any way.
No, he ain't trying to be rude, but I mean, let's be real. He had a rough year. I'm not gonna sit here and say you were great, dog. You were excellent, because you were not, sir. But we know you got the talent to be. And
talked about
he didn't
competition
expect to start last year anyway. So
yeah, but now he's expected to start.
Oh yeah. So
unless the Falcons bring in somebody in the trenches, which we can do a free agency show coming up Wednesday if you want to talk about some free agents. But Eric Flowers is a guy. J.C. Trotter is a guy that Falcons keep throwing out.
Yeah.
We need somebody in those trenches because looking at the starting defenses that we're playing up against, I mean, there's some tough defenses we're going to go up against. Cam Jordan week 1. So what's his name? Caleb McGarry. He has his work cut out for him.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to double team, you talk to Caleb McGarry too as well. Yeah. Thor. I guess he's getting the Thor look now.
Got him at Thor. That was fun.
But yeah, he put worst player Jalen Mayfield, slept on Chris Lindstrom, breakout Mekhi Walker, most excited to watch Kyle Pitts. Right? Yep. So we'll do mine real quick.
Go ahead.
Best player. I'm gonna say yes, AJ Terrell. Player that needs to improve. I'm going to say Marlon Davidson. Marlon Davidson.
I like where you went there.
Marlon Davidson, if you notice on some of the videos that we saw, shout out to Pound for Pound ATL too as well. I met him at the stadium. He posted some video content on his Twitter. Marlon Davidson was on a lot of plays out there the other day. What looks to be some of the starting front. Grady was there. Debo was not there. Patterson was not there. But I seen Marlon Davidson. So player that needs to improve this season, if he's going to be a part of this 53, is Marlon Davidson. Because if he's coming off the edge to fill Kaminsky's spot, unless they go get a veteran edge rusher, a Houston or a Flowers or somebody to help the team out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a rough season for Marlon Davidson. He might not get that contract extension next season, so he might be out the door too. Slept on because we got the rookies in here this season. I want to go with Tyler Algieri.
There you go.
When it comes to slept on, because nobody is really giving Tyler Algier the props that he's supposed to get. He was a very good running back coming out of college. Everybody's still stuck on what's the running back from that came out from, was it Iowa or something?
You talking about the one from this past draft?
This past draft.
You talking about
who was the running back that went to the Bills, or he went to the Jets or somebody?
You talking about Breece Hall?
Breece Hall. Everybody's still stuck on Breece Hall and everybody.
Arizona State, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
Yeah, everybody's still stuck on some of those running backs before Tyler Algieri. But look at the numbers. Look at what Tyler Algieri has done. Yeah. He's done a great job. So I expect Tyler Algieri to be the player that everybody's going to be sleeping on this season. And he's going to have a break. He's going to have a nice season. Breakout. Drake London.
Okay.
Most excited to watch this season. I'm just going to say the whole entire Falcons defense.
Okay.
I'm just going to say the whole entire Falcons defense. Okay. That's what I'm most excited to watch this season, to see what Dean Pease can do with this new core, if you want to say. Troy Anderson, Dr. Arnold, D'Angelo Malone, Nick Kowalski, Richie Grant, Jaylen Hawkins, Dean Marlowe, whatever, Casey Hayward, however you want to call it. I'm excited to see the Falcons defense. So, Bodie, the question is to you. Best player on the Falcons?
It's AJ Terrell, man. It's AJ Terrell. I mean, we know that. It's without a shadow of a doubt. AJ Terrell.
Player that needs to improve.
Player that needs to improve. I'm gonna go with Caleb McGarity. We need him. He was a first round draft pick. He is talented.
We traded up to get this guy.
And we know that he can. We know he got the talent. He just got to put it together. That's it. So Caleb
McGarry, player that needs to improve. Player that people's gonna be sleeping on this season.
Oh man, I told you I was gonna surprise you with one too. Jaylen Hawkins. Very important player. I know everybody's looking at Richie Grant. Yeah, Richie, because he, but Jaylen Hawkins is very important to the defense. He's young, just like Richie. He got talent too. And he's going to be slept on. People, hopefully he can come out and break out. I know we got a breakout tab too, but hopefully he come and they're going to sleep on him. And I think he's going to do great things.
Okay. So getting to like what you just said, the breakout. Who's your breakout player?
Breakout player? I'm going to say Brian Edwards.
Brian Edwards, man.
Actually, it's a tie. I can't not say both of these guys. Brian Edwards and Lorenzo Carter.
Okay. You spoke about this guy ever since he came over here to the Falcons, man. You've been talking about Carter, man.
Not just because he a dog, because he got it. And he showed it at the end of the season last year, what he can do. So Brian, because he got it too. The talent's there. He just need an opportunity. And, he was more opportunistic than here. So, but both of those is my breakouts.
Some good picks right there.
Oh yeah,
some good names you dropping right here.
Oh yeah.
And I guess most excited to watch. I just said the whole Falcons defense. I'm looking at the rebuild. Most excited to watch for you this season.
Man, I want to say two different players. Obviously Drake London, but that's too obvious. So I'm gonna say Troy Anderson. I feel like the Falcons got so much planned for him, and I hope he steps up and be that next great middle linebacker for the league because he has the physicals. He has the physicals to do it. He got the speed. He got the everything, the size. He got the athletic ability. He is that guy. And he was a second round pick coming from a small school. Do you know how many eyes are on him?
Not just for the Falcons, but for the league.
For the league.
Yeah. That's pretty big.
Like I'm excited.
Talking Brian Urlacher big.
Yes. I am excited to see this guy play.
Sean Merriman.
Cannot wait to see him get out there. We're talking Luke Kuechly.
Kuechly, Thomas Davis.
Yes.
Sean Merriman, Junior Seau.
Yeah. We talking that.
The list goes on when the name of Troy Anderson is brought up.
Shoot.
Hearing what Mel Kiper Jr. said after the Falcons drafted him. Once again, I was shocked. I said, Troy Anderson, okay. But then I saw the report, saw the videos. That's that's a good football player right there. I tell you right there. I'm glad to have him on the Falcons. I tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Good thing he's not on the other division rival teams: Saints, Bucks, Carolina.
Yes,
did you hear about Carolina?
No.
So they don't have a practice facility.
What? Why not?
They don't. I guess they don't have the money to purchase the land or something for the practice facility.
They should have sold.
Something's going on over there. I'm waiting for the team to be sold.
They need to sell the team. Period. They need to fold. How about that? No,
we're gonna enjoy going up there for that Falcons Carolina game Thursday night.
Just fold the franchise.
Yeah, it's about that time. They ain't doing nothing to it. Coach Pease, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Coach Pease, it was interesting to see Coach walk over and speak to us at the Benz because Coach was walking around, enjoying family time. Mm-hmm. And of course, fans and everybody's trying to get autographs. And we're still sitting out there on the side. So, I yell over, Coach Pease.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Pease gives a wave. What's going on, y'all? How everybody doing? Then he walks over. He walks over to
straight line to you.
Straight line to where we're sitting, where we're standing at.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about them drinks I had in the morning.
He's like, let me get right so I can get these questions
right. Let me get right. So Coach Pease, he walks over, and I'm expecting. I'm not here to sign autographs and stuff like that. I've been a Falcon fan a long time. I'm glad Coach Pease is here. I'm glad Smith is here. I'm glad everybody's trying to help this team win. But for one time for the fan, I just try to get into my podcast mode quickly, because Coach Pease came walking over.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You snapped up, but you got right.
I did a little something. Right. It's just the beginning. But I was excited to just get some bit of knowledge from Coach Pease. Like you said on the video, he's a legend. He is a great defensive coach. He's coached some of the greatest defensive players in the history of the NFL.
I was just humbled to be in his presence.
That's the first time you've seen Dean Pease that close?
Yes, absolutely. I was just humbled to even be right there, and then for you to ask the questions and you to pick his brain on some pivotal stuff. You probably been wondering for years or whatever about Coach Pease. Like, it was crazy.
He turned Baltimore's defense around. Turned Tennessee's defense around.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has the opportunity to come in here to Atlanta. Last season, of course, 18 sacks. Yeah, wasn't the best.
And he had to deal with the previous regime, most of the previous regime's players, and just bring in a little bit. But this year he's got a hold on the defense. He really had a hold on it. So
plus the salary cap kicked our ass too.
Yeah.
So that was tough. Shout out to Jabri Harper.
Shout out to Jabri. What's going on, dog?
We're over here talking about the Falcons, man. We're having a good time talking about OTAs. Jabri, he hit me up. He was like, I didn't even know the Falcons had practice. I would have had an extra ticket for you too, Jabri. You should have let me know. Could have came to the Benz. But Coach Pease. To pick his brain, to find out just a little bit of information. I can talk to Coach P, like I said before. I can talk to any member of the Falcons organization. I can talk football with them all day. It don't matter. I'm sure you could too, Bodie. Just hearing Coach P's talk.
Yeah.
Hearing Dave Archer talk. And we talked to Dave Archer. In the Mercedes-Benz Club, we talked to Dave Archer. And I said, Dave, that's almost made that layup. Over here, got the Boston Golden State game on right here next to me. We talked to Dave Archer too as well. Before we talk about Dean Pease again, we asked Dave just a quick question. Hey, Dave, Vegas got us, winning 4 games this season, and of course Dave responded in the positive light that Dave always responds. And he was telling the truth. Vegas wants you to take the bid.
Yeah.
They want you to bet. They want you to spend money.
Yeah.
They want you to believe in what the numbers are, what Vegas says.
Yeah. They want people like us to be like, 4 wins. They want you to take that over. They want you to put the money in that over.
Dave speaks just like us, speaks just like one of the guests we're going to have on the show next week, Eric Parker. You got to look at everything going forward in the new season. Stop looking on paper. Everybody's individual, their mind state, everybody's different from last season.
Yeah.
We don't know who is going to be the big team to come away with the Super Bowl victory next year. We don't know what's going to be the team to go on the hot streak and then miss the playoffs. We don't know who's going to start off 0-4 and then end up making the playoffs. We don't know.
Yeah.
What we do know is the Falcons have improved in a lot of areas, and Dave Archer said that. You can clearly see the Falcons have improved, and there's going to be some high expectations this season. Bodie, on what Dave Archer said about not believing what Vegas talking about, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, Vegas wants people to believe, hey, Falcons only winning 4 games this year.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on that?
The whole point of that is they saw that the greatest quarterback in franchise history is gone. And there's no clear replacement off the top. So Vegas is like, okay, 4 wins. They're just like, okay, man, they're not going to do nothing. They had Matt. We'll schedule them, put them for 6 or 7 wins or whatever. But we don't have Matt. So they aren't looking as deep as we are as fans. They're just like, oh, okay, well, they don't have their franchise quarterback anymore. 4 wins. And that's just them being generous.
Bet the house.
Bet the house on 4 wins.
Sell the cat.
Please. Yeah. Pawn the jury.
Pawn the jury.
Yeah. Put it all in there.
Put the Bentley on offer up.
Put the Bentley on offer up.
Shout out to Jabri in the chat, man. I'm very excited to see the grind in this team, even if we only win 4 games, even though I expect us to win at least 7 games, up to 10 wins. I told Dave the same thing. I see 10 wins, Dave. He agreed.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to get Dave Archer on the show.
Oh, man. You do that.
I got to get Dave Archer on the show, man. Dave Archer is one of the I swear, man, I can talk Falcons football with a lot of these people from the Falcons organization, from the media to the players to the coaches. I can just sit there and just talk Falcons football. But Bodie, Dean Pease, Dr. Jabri said, I need to see some fight in this team. We all need to see some fight in this team, Jabri.
Damn right. Damn Skippy.
Dean Pease came over, spoke to us. See if we can get this on here. Good old Dean Pease.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
See if we get Dean Pease in here. Get the video.
Coach Mees. Coach Mees. A legend. Nice to meet you.
I'm just excited.
How you doing, son?
Coach Mees. I had the opportunity to coach and read Terrell Suggs, Brady. Now seeing this Falcons young defense. Me and Deion Jones, I understand the situation with him. Grady Jarrett, Casey Hayward, AJ Terrell, Richie Grant. What are their...
So when I asked him the question, I didn't want to throw Deion Jones like under the bus.
Yeah.
That's why I said Deion Jones, I understand his situation. Because of the shoulder injury, he wasn't at 100%. So don't forget, Dean Pease is a serious coach, and he always tries to find one or two players that he can build and become like the support of this defense.
See, Dion was it's a lot going on with Dion. I think it's deeper than what's implied on the surface with Dion.
Mm-hmm.
I think Foye came in and made Dion bumped him down.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was deeper than that. I think it's a whole different thing, but I ain't gonna tell him. He might get traded.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. But
we'll find out what they do with Dion. We're gonna find out soon because it's June now. So I think it's 98 days till kickoff.
Yep.
So we're gonna find out soon. But here it is, me, Bodie, talking to Dean Pease here on the side.
How you doing, sir?
You had the opportunity to coach Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, Ridley. Now seeing this Falcons young defense. Deion Jones, I understand the situation with him. Grady Jarrett, Casey Hayward, AJ Terrell, Richie Grant. What are their expectations moving forward this season? I remember you said a lot about Richie Grant stepping up this season. And the other players that you need to know about.
Yeah, and you just, the biggest thing is go change the culture and get used to winning and playing to win.
Yes, sir.
You know, not worrying about anything other than just winning. That's the difference in the culture. They're good players.
Yeah.
Everybody's got good players. The difference is the teams that win expect to win.
Yes, sir. I seen last season a couple times when Grady would be right there close to the quarterback, or Means will almost get there. Sometimes you might blitz from the edge and somebody might get there. But this season, I think you're going to really bring out the full playbook.
Well,
you're going to
we are. We're running everything. But the other part of it is that we had so many plays last year that we had opportunities to make plays and we didn't make them.
Yes, sir.
We missed some sacks.
Yes,
we missed
a lot of sacks.
We had guys free in a blitz and didn't make the play.
Yes, sir.
You can't do that and win.
That's true.
So, but part of that is once you've done it, now when you do it the second time, it's different. So, I got a good feeling about this team.
We saw what you did in Tennessee. We saw what you did in Baltimore. We know what you can do for this Falcons.
We'll get there.
Trust that you'll get
We'll
there.
get there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just me and you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Good old Coach Pease.
Yeah, he almost broke my knuckles with that damn fist bump.
I saw that fist bump too. It's like
he's like, "Bow!" I'm like, "Yeah, Coach."
Hey.
Yeah.
So look at what Coach P said, right? There was a lot of situations last season where you had free blitzers. You had literally, you're right there to make the play.
Tell me about it.
And you missed the play.
Oh,
a missed opportunity leads to a positive gain for the other team.
Grinds my gears.
And hearing Dean Pease say that, I know he's probably in his, you got to think of what he's thinking about. He's coaching his defense. He wants to see this team get better. And he's telling me what happened last season of missed opportunities. So now Dean Pease has to go back and look at his, his notes and say, how can I get these Falcons to finish those opportunities that they had last season on this defense? Hearing from Dean Pease, hearing what he said about, I have a lot of faith in this team. That is coming from a legendary Hall of Fame coach. Bodie, when you heard Dean Pease speak, what was your thoughts? As what is going through your head about this defense, about what he's trying to do? What is going through your head at this time?
Such a great defensive mind, like I know he got the players that he could put in positions to win, and even modeled off of his old defenses. Like he has a plan, because he had all year to run the team. He saw what we had last year when he first came in. He added a couple pieces when he came in, but this year he had his hold on this defense, and they helped him out. They got him some players. They made sure they got Dean Pease some players at this draft. I feel like he has a plan for these players. I feel like he's just a visionary because, like I said, he's a legend. He has a plan for everybody he's got. And he said, like we said, real strongly, he had a good feeling about this team because he had the talent. He had the talent, and he knows how to put people in positions to make winning plays. And what other strong voice to listen to than a legend of his stature? Like he's going to, when he says you got to finish, y'all got to finish. We had 3 people right there with a sack, and then everybody missed, and then it's positive. Yeah, he's going to put these people in positions to win. Like he's going to make it happen.
Every defensive player that was drafted for the Falcons. Something okay? Computer? Okay, never mind. Every defensive player that was drafted for the Falcons, they spoke to Dean Pease.
Yeah.
Dean Pease definitely mentioned D'Angelo Malone.
Yeah.
He definitely mentioned Troy Anderson.
You
can even go back to the Richie Grant pick. I see what Dean Pease is setting up here. I like what Dean Pease is setting up here. And I hope that it's just not a 1 or 2 year stint with Dean Pease.
Yeah.
I hope the Falcons look at Dean Pease and say, hey, man, this guy has a really good connection with not only the fans on a level of knowing football and knowing how great this coach is. If Dean Pease says he wants to coach till he's 79 or 85 years old, you need to sign him until he's 85 years old.
You damn skip. And
you need to keep him here as long as possible. He's going to get a Super Bowl out of that defense.
You damn straight. I love it. I love it.
And his son's on the coaching staff too as well.
Oh, that I didn't know.
His son's on the coaching staff too as well, which is big.
That's big because all the knowledge he getting from his father and is passing down to him, and he gonna end up being just as great as his father too with that knowledge. So
just as great as his father too. So one more time, let's just hear this. Dean Pease, real quick. Let's just hear this. So
real sucks, really. Now seeing this Falcons young defense. Deion Jones, I understand the situation with him. Grady Jarrett, Casey Hayward, AJ Terrell, Richie Grant. What are their expectations coming forward this season? I remember you said a lot about Richie Grant stepping up this season. Any other players that you need to know about?
And we just, the biggest thing is we'll change the culture and get used to winning and playing to win.
Yes, sir.
Not worrying about anything other than just winning. That's the difference in the culture. They're good players.
Yeah.
Everybody's got good players. The difference is the teams that win expect to win.
Yes, sir. I see last season there was a couple times when Grady would be right there close to the quarterback, or Means will almost get there. Sometimes you might miss on the edge and somebody might get there. But this season, I think you're going to really bring out the full playbook.
Well, you're going to we are. We're running everything. But the other part of it is that we had so many plays last year that we had opportunities to make plays and we didn't make them.
Yes, sir.
We missed some sacks.
Yes,
we missed some.
We had opportunities to make plays and we didn't make them. We missed some sacks. Hell, we only got 18.
Missed a lot of sacks.
You know what I counted, honestly? If you want to go back and count them, close to 30, 35 sacks the Falcons could have had last season.
Yeah. Missed opportunities. And another thing that stood out is him saying he wanted to change the culture.
The culture. And he mentioned winning.
Yes.
Hear what he said?
And the culture around here,
you know,
it's one way. He's trying to change the culture.
Yeah.
Big deal.
And of course, this video is courtesy of Bodie, One Time for the Fan.
Yeah, I'm the cameraman. Yeah.
Bodie was there with me on the sideline. We're over here talking to Dean Pease Friday at the MBS. He only came over and spoke to us, man. He went over there and signed a couple autographs, but he came over and actually stopped and talked.
Yeah. Wasn't nobody checking for Dean Pease, but One Time for the Fan got y'all back.
One Time for the Fan looking out for y'all. Let's hear the rest of this.
Got y'all back. We getting exclusives.
Exclusive. We ain't done yet. Let's hear the rest of this. Hit that like button, hit that share button. One Time for the Fan, YouTube, Facebook.
What other podcast? Say
it again, Bodie.
I would say, what other podcast got these exclusives?
And we over here talking to Dean Pease, man. We're over here talking to Dean Pease, and this is the audio. I posted the video on the Facebook page with no audio. Fans were like, I got to hear it.
All right.
I said, come pull up Sunday. I'll play it for you. So now it's here on the podcast. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Facebook. This is courtesy of One Time for the Fan. This is Bodie's iPhone.
Blitz and then make the play.
Yes, sir.
You can't do that and win.
That's true.
So
you can't do that and win. Come on, Falcon fans. Listen to Dean Pease.
But part of that is once you've done it, now when you do it the second time, it's different. So I got a good feeling about this team.
We saw what
I'll just stop it right there.
Put his hands on his team this offseason. They got him some.
We got a good feeling about this team.
I got a good feeling about this team. This is coming from a Hall of Fame Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator.
I guarantee you he said that when he was in Baltimore going to win that Super Bowl. I guarantee
I got a good feeling about this team. Yes.
I guarantee you he said that.
Oh, my God. So
that's
much
DMPs. Guess what? We ain't done yet.
Mm.
Shout out to Quadri Ollison. Quadri's a real one. Let's see what Quadri had to say.
What would you say is one of the most fascinating things about this new team?
Shout out to Drake London on the cameo.
Yeah. He ran
Drake.
through real quick. Drake.
Shout out to Drake on the cameo, man. Fans were having a great time, man. It was only like 5,000 fans in there.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I'm over here sweating off them drinks. Quadri Ollison, man. He could have a big season this year.
Yeah.
Listen to what Quadri got to say. I ask him, what is one of the most fascinating things about this new regime?
Fascinating things about this new team.
I think Art does a really good job, man. Really just getting the best out of everybody.
Yeah.
You know, he emphasizes. He emphasizes. You know, it don't matter where you come from, what school you went to, where you drafted.
Yeah.
Everybody here got a fair chance.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's the great thing about really the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody went to Power 5 schools. Not everybody was drafted.
Yeah.
So, you know, he really emphasized on that. He get the best.
So another question: PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Matthew, man, that's me.
Good man.
I see OTAs next week. That was good.
PlayStation.
A lot of people don't ask them questions like that. They just want to know about football.
You got to.
Calvin really be online. Calvin really be online playing Warzone. What are you talking about?
You know, Calvin really was there. You know, he was
Probably
there, right?
was.
He was. Wasn't he in the hoodie? He was
I seen him. I seen somebody over there
That was Calvin, dog.
holding a broom.
Yeah.
See somebody over there. Nah, shout out to everybody, man. We don't know what's gonna happen with him. We ain't even talking about him yet.
Get that man some buffers. He driving the Zamboni around. Is that what it's called? Zamboni?
That's what it is. Here in Quadri, Coach Smith, competition. Yeah. It's fair.
They brought in some comp for him.
They treat you with respect.
Yeah, respect.
I know he's happy to be brought back on that deal.
Yeah, because he was on the previous.
He's a Quinn guy. He's a Quinn guy.
Yeah. Him, a couple guys brought back. Zacchaeus, previous regime, proved himself.
You want to see Quadri at least have a decent season if he's on the 53. We don't know what they're going to do with the 13 running backs and the 57 running backs, or the 13 wide receivers and the 57 running backs. We don't know. But Quadri, just real quick. Let me just play this one more time. This is courtesy of One Time for the Fan. This is Bodie's iPhone.
Android, but
Android?
Yeah. I know, man. Calm down. It's better. The camera's better.
It's better days ahead, man. Better days ahead.
What would you say is one of the most fascinating things about this new team?
I think Art does a really good job, man. Really just getting the best out of everybody.
Yeah.
Getting the best out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Shout to Quadri.
You know, he emphasizes. You know, it don't matter where you come from, what school you went to, where you drafted.
Yeah.
Everybody here got a fair chance.
Everybody here got a fair chance.
Mm.
Thank you, Quadri.
That's how you know the best player is gonna get on the field, every single position.
Shout out to Jabri in the chat. Team Android all day. It's tough for y'all.
Thank you, dog.
It is tough for y'all.
Tell that man. Look at him. Tell the man iPhone. Y'all look like in a secret club. Like
y'all are tripping.
Y'all drugged up or something. iPhone. I know most of the people in here got iPhone.
Quad squad.
Box. We can do so much with Androids. So much.
Quad squad.
Come home.
We're already over the hour mark, and we had a couple more things to talk about. We'll push that to Wednesday's show.
Okay.
We're going to talk about what Bill Barnwell said on Wednesday's show about the Falcons not having a good offseason. Bill Barnwell, Who are you, man?
I don't want to hear that.
Bill
Who? He gonna be in the Who. Then we're gonna have a Who section on this show. You know, we say Who all the time. Who? Out of here.
Hopefully, we don't say too many more Who's, man. The last Who was John Kaminsky.
Who?
It's a tight game here going into the half, 48-48. We're about to go ahead and wrap this show up. Bodie, before we go ahead and wrap this show up here, any shout-outs for you, sir?
Man. Shout out to the Falcons GM. Shout out to head coach. Shout out to Coach Pease for being a real one and just coming to talk to us, holler at us a little bit, man. That was everything. That made my Saturday. Hearing from him and exclusive. He didn't come over here and say, "Yeah, we're gonna do our best and see you later." You know, he didn't walk off. You know, he press conference that thing, man. He laid it out and he was patient. Shout out to shout out to all y'all. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody who ain't watching and y'all gonna be watching in the future. Shout out to folks who gonna watch it after we post it. Shout out to Falcons Nation. Shout out to everybody, man. All love.
Falcons, as it gets closer to the day for kickoff, we're going to be bringing as much Falcons content as we can. Every Wednesday, every Sunday at 8 o'clock. Shout outs for me. Shout out to Pound for Pound ATL. I met Pound for Pound ATL at the Benz. Shout out to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium for putting on this wonderful event for the Falcons. Shout out to the Falcons. Because we hope that they can go ahead and get some things together this season so we can go ahead and win some games and shock the world. If we don't get to the Super Bowl, hell, make the playoffs. Give us some type of energy going into next season with $130 million.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? We want some players to look at the Falcons and say, "Oh, they won how many games last season? Oh, they made it to the NFC Championship. Oh, they got $130 million." Falcons signed Derrick Henry.
Hey, one more shout out though. Shout out to your internet for holding up this week.
No, that was the actual. It was a power.
I had to drag the whole mic for that one. Shout out to your Storm team.
We made it Storm Tracker. Yeah, hell, man, that shit was crazy last week. I'm just talking. Next thing you know, bloop, everything gets cuts off on me.
Me and Boo Man in here. We like,
yeah. Next time that happens, just say one time for the fan. We'll see y'all later. Just hit the
yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm having a great time doing this podcast, Bodie. I really appreciate everything you've done.
Fun, man.
To help out one time for the fan. Wednesday show, we'll be back 8 o'clock. Next week, Sunday, upcoming events. We'll talk about that. Next week, Sunday. Got that boy Eric Parker. He's going to be here to talk some Falcons football with us. Eric is a very big Falcons fan. A lot of people know him because of his memes. You know, he makes a lot of these jokes on the Saints, the Panthers. He's gone viral a few times. But Eric is a die-hard Atlanta Falcon fan. Die hard. Got some questions for Eric. We're going to chop it up with him. He's a die-hard Atlanta Falcon fan. He's going to make you believe that the season, like next week's show on Sunday, he's going to make you want to go put your outfit out on Sunday night and get ready for Monday morning, thinking that the Falcons play Monday. He's one of them fans. He ain't one of them fans talking about we finna lose and all these games and only win 3 games either. Oh, no, he finna lay it on the line next week.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Eric Parker, man, who's going to be a part of this next week. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, shout out to Jabri, like you said. Oh, yeah, he went hard for Matt Ryan when most hated. That is true. That is true. He was a big Matt Ryan supporter too, as well, which a lot of fans were. I mean,
gotta be, man. That's he on your team, man. Why you want to see him fail?
Yeah.
Or if he do some stupid stuff, Why would you like? Man, nah. You support them. You support them.
Yeah.
I still support him. He did a lot for us.
I know. It got to that point in time where, it has to happen. It has to happen.
Time to take him out. Let him
go. Rise Up Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Sent me some information. Rise Up Tour group. Bus trip to Charlotte. The flyer is out.
Mm-hmm.
You can purchase your tickets at www.riseuptouratl.com. This is the November game, Thursday night, Amazon Prime. I believe the bus leaves. The information should be on the website, but the bus leaves around like 9, 10 in the morning, gets down to Carolina around 1 or 2. You have the tailgate with Tailgate Party Committee. Lee Thomas, who we had on the show a couple weeks ago. Well, a couple of days ago. Can't remember, man. It's been a long time.
Still on that drink.
Shout out to Lee Thomas, man. Shout out to Tailgate Party Committee, man. Yeah, you know how it is. We still on that drink. Every episode, we still on that drink now.
Word.
That's one thing about One Time for the Fan people gonna like. Is like, yeah, these guys keep it real.
Hey, man.
It's not about just clipboard and notepads, man.
Yeah,
all
man.
this stuff is right here, man. You know what I'm saying?
All my stuff right here. I take little notes, but I come off.
Yeah,
because I absorb.
I definitely do my reviewing of the Falcons.
Yeah,
I spend a lot of time, not when the cameras are on, reviewing the Falcons.
Yeah, I read articles, I read all type of stuff, and my thing is, like I said, I don't take a whole lot of notes, but my mind is a sponge, so I got it here.
I've been noticing too as well. I mean, we're new to the YouTube game, so I've been noticing too as well. A lot of people do watch the video after the video is posted. So shout out to everybody who's watching the video after it gets posted. Shout out to everybody who's been tuning in. I guess Boo Man's still at work. 108 hours straight. Couldn't even make it to the Benz on Friday.
Yeah.
Dez, shout out to Dez for showing up on Friday. Yeah. But the Rise Up Tour group, www.riseuptouratl.com. It's $125 a person. And it's a bus trip to Carolina and back for the game. A couple years ago, they filled up 2 buses, I believe. Rise Up Tour had 2 buses. So this year they hope to do it bigger than that. And Thursday night game, you'll be back home around 1:30, 2 a.m. because the game's going to end around 11, 12. So you'll be back home around 2, 3 in the morning. But that's if people want to go. Plus the next day is Veterans Day, so a lot of people are going to have the day off. So that's
beautiful.
It's pretty good as well for some people.
That works out so good.
For us, Bodie, if you want, like I said, if you wanted to go, we're just going to drive up there and then drive back quickly after the game.
Absolutely.
Charlotte's a quick trip. And then he has another trip that he's planning right now. I'll talk about it on Wednesday. He'll get those details down. It's another bus trip. But yes, Rise Up Tour Group, www.riseuptouratl.com. The Rise Up Tour Group presents the Party Bus on 85 North, heading to Charlotte. By that time, we'll be ready to go to the playoffs and everything. We'll have a winning record. Coming there to slap Sam Darnold.
Slap him. Or whoever going to be a quarterback.
Whoever will be quarterback. You never know. But yeah, that's one of the upcoming events. We talked to somebody at the stadium who said the Falcons should be releasing some OTA news soon. So that means that we get a chance to go see the Falcons at training camp at Flowery Branch when they put the pads on. So if that news is dropped soon, we will be there.
We being there.
We're going to be in there to cover it. We're going to be there. Not all the days, but as many days as we can. To cover the Atlanta Falcons. Rise Up Tour, Family Fun Days coming up. I don't know what else we have to say. I think we're good for this episode of One Time for the Fans. Reed Harper, Chase, everybody who's in the chat today, everybody who's going to be watching the video after. Shout out to y'all. Bodie, Falcons look good. OTAs, I know it's just light practice, but seeing some of the players out there is something the fans should be excited about going forward. Ritter, Mariota, the only 2 quarterbacks there. Felipe Franks playing tight end. Seeing Avery Williams with the running back group. seeing Drake London running phenomenal routes, looking healthy. Some of their sets that they ran with the trips routes and the drag routes and everything. Damian Bird, seeing him out there. Kyle Pitts, seeing him out there. Richie Grant, Jaylen Hawkins. We didn't even talk about Jaylen Hawkins. I mean, I know you mentioned him, but Jaylen Hawkins was on a lot of the plays for the defense. Out there at OTAs, and he was on the starting group. Him and Richie was out there. So that was big to see too. Don't sleep on it. Marlon Davidson, he was out there too as well. On that line too as well with a lot of plays. Looked like with the starting group as well.
He got the talent to make an impact too. He got to step up.
It has to be a big season for some of these players. But this show is an hour, but of course we go over an hour sometimes because we like talking about the Falcons. So Bodie, anything else you got to say, brother, before we wrap this up here?
Hey man, shoot, your internet still blessed you.
Got him. Yeah, but yeah, man. Look, Boo Man just texted on the way home. about time, boy.
Dang, boy.
About time to let you out the shack, boy.
He hurting.
Yeah.
You gonna come to work tomorrow?
108 hours. Shout out to Boo Man. And he got to come home and finish the roof, too, because it rained tomorrow.
Dang.
Yo, we cracking up out here. Upcoming events, anything with the Falcons, we'll let you know. Wednesday show, we back. Anything that happens between now and Wednesday, we're going to bring it to you with the Atlanta Falcons. Hit that like button, hit that share button. If you watch this video, tell somebody, tag a Falcons fan, hit that subscribe button. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. My FIFA buddies are hitting me up. It's time to go play some FIFA. Bodie, Wednesday show, we're back. We got to get this Bodie's breakdown segment.
Okay.
Curious to know a certain player that you're just, you throwing up the LeBron James powder. You just out there, you celebrate. You already know that this guy's going to make a major impact for the Falcons this year. So please, Wednesday, bless us with some type of Bodie's breakdown, some type of player, some player that we like to open up maybe the segment with, maybe the show.
Say less.
Warriors 52, Celtics 50. Of course, here, Bodie. I thank you, brother. Anything else you got to say, bro? Are we out of this thing?
That's it. We out this thing, man.
It's been a good show. Like always, my internet has held up, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap up with the signature.
Yeah, hurry up.
I'm looking right now. I'm checking out the weather right now. Shout out. Oh, sorry. One time for the Atlanta Falcons. One time for Coach Pease, who came over and spoke to us on Friday. One time for Quadri Allison, the running back group. One time for Buster Burns, just hit me up here in the chat. One time for Jabri. One time for all the fans. One time for all the support.
Shout out.
One time for Bodie 3000.
Yo.
One time for everybody else who's down and rocking with the One Time for the Fan show. I am your host. We'll be back on Wednesday with another show. Jack Spade, your boy, checking out One Time for the Fan.